Hello, this is Lisa, Lady Norway Energy Healing. I am going to say Happy New Year, and it is actually the 1st of January 2023, and I am going to pull a couple cards for the collective. I'm going to see what they have to say for today, tomorrow, and I don't know, just a little kind of pull for the beginning of 2023. I just started up a YouTube channel and I just sent out my newsletter. I just started my business and I've officially put myself out there. Super nervous about it, but I did it and it's been good. It's been good. Hope that 2023 is a good year for everyone that's watching. It's an interesting one. It's by the book. This is from the Wisdom of Oracle. It's Colette Baron-Reid. I love her very much. And it's by the book. That's the first one. I'm going to pull from the Moon Oracle, see what the moon has to say for us. Yep, had a pretty productive day. Had a pretty fun night, did some dancing, got to visit some friends, and yeah, here we are. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to do readings all the time. It's just I felt like I should. I felt like I wanted to, so I'm going to do it. And we're just going to go from there. So, what does the moon want to tell us? What does the moon want to say for the beginning of this year, 2023, for collective message? Oh, 2 cards popped out. That's very good. I really like that one. Communication is key. Gemini. They're so beautiful, these cards. I love the artwork on them too. The new moon in Gemini. Communication is key. And this is great. It says, hold your vision fixed. Moon. That's beautiful too. I like that a lot. And then I'm going to do this blessing. So blessing cards. It's Celtic. Blessing cards, and they're quite beautiful. And I just got this book not too long ago, so I know that I'm going to read from the book. But you know, sometimes the cards you have, the book is always good, but you kind of get your own, or at least I do anyway, what it says to you, what the card says to you. I think that's a big part of reading cards. So, what blessing? Oh, I think that's the one, guys. A blessing on a homecoming. There's some kind of a glare there, but you know, there. I'm new at this, so yeah, so there we go. But we're going to go by the book. We're going to go to the book and we're going to read it. Number 11, 1-1. It's a good one. It is The abiding by social rules, conformity, respecting cultural or family customs, universal laws. The universe works within a structure of divine laws and principles that provides a framework for human experience and evolution. The law of abundance, the law of prayer, the law of karma, the law of attraction, the law of thought, the law of compensation, and the law of nature are only a few that are known. These principles create perfect order and operate within a kind of precision beyond human understanding. Even revolution has its place in universal law. Human beings, in turn, have their own laws and customs that vary from culture to culture and family to family. Laws keep social order and governed behavior, reflecting an instinctive understanding that harmony is important. This is a time to learn these laws and conform to them, rather than being the rebel and flouting them. When this card appears, submit to structure and follow the rules, even if they seem to make no sense. Release resistance, for universal laws will correct any disharmony. Open your eyes to those universal laws, and it will be easier to go by the book at this time. Interesting. So that's that. Let's see. First we'll do the communication is key, the new moon in Gemini. Communication is always key, isn't it? What do we have here? This is a very nice, I always find this one I really like too. A successful relationship usually comes down to one thing: communication. It's true. And the new moon in Gemini card is all about the start of a new cycle for communicating with the person at the center of your question. Talking things through is the answer to whatever it is you're asking about. If you can't talk to that person, you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, and all other forms of communication will also help you now. If the issue you're asking about concerns a sibling or a neighbor, there's a new start coming, a time to wipe the slate clean and to start over. This card could also suggest you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again. But most importantly, drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. It also says here to attune to the moon, write a list of all the people you love most and see if you're prioritizing them. Additional meanings for this card: time to tell someone how you feel. Don't be all in your head and not in your heart. Someone is flirting with you, or read more books. The teaching. Gemini is the sign of communication and socializing, of ideas and travel and the energy around it. And around this card, no matter when you pull it, is speedy, gossipy, and flirtatious. The new moon in Gemini is a wonderful time to get out and socialize. Gemini loves a chat. One thing to be aware of is this card can also indicate being mentally scattered. Daily meditations will help to unscramble crossed wires in your brain. That's that one. All good stuff. I don't know about any of you guys, but I know that I needed to hear that. And the fixed moon. What does the fixed moon have to say? It says, hold your vision. Such a nice card. I love that. Such a pretty picture on there. There are two main possibilities with this card. The first is that you need to stand firm in whatever situation you are in. The second, very different interpretation, is that something is stuck. That could well be referring to the situation you're asking about. If that's the case, have a think about what you can do to grease the wheels so that events move forward. Are you being stubborn? If so, that's great, because if you really want things to change, there's a solution. Stop digging your heels in. Be the one to break a deadlock. With two interpretations for this card, it's up to you to decide what's going on and which meaning applies to you. This offers up a chance for some self-reflection, which is always good. Attune to the moon. Yes, just say the word a lot and see how it feels. Additional meanings for this card. Staying power, faith, or patience are needed. Someone needs to back down. Avoid stagnation. A personal or professional relationship will be enduring. The teaching. In astrology, there are three quadruplicities. Well, that's a tough word. Cardinal, fixed, and mutable. The fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. That's me, I'm a Taurus. The fixed signs can be stubborn. So anything that's just starting as you draw this card may well last longer. Remember, we each all have the star signs in our chart. It's just the way the astrological wheel works. So there's no judgment when we say that while it's an admirable how much staying power the fixed signs have, they can also be obstinate. Okie dokie, universe. Okie dokie. Okay, so here is the Blessed Bee. Now this is quite a beautiful deck. I got it at WTF in Parksville. That's a very good metaphysical store. I love it in there. And we'll get number 44, which is also kind of a number that comes up for me a lot. 44 is a pretty good angel number as well. This one might be, it's a little long, but it's quite beautiful. I'm going to read it. I'm going to show you it at the same time. Yes. So, a blessing on a homecoming. A blessing for a person who is returning home after a time far from their family, friends, customs, and communities. Homecoming is often anticipated as a kind of perfection, the imagined cocoon of comfort we visualize returning to, the embrace of a mother's arms, the sound of voices you know like your own, the welcoming hearth in front of which the tales that create family and bonds will be told once more. When you return. But often homecoming can be a collision between the imagined home we foresee ourselves returning to, which is in truth a living thing, and thus will have gone through its own evolution during our absence. And likewise, we have changed during our time in the world, and so our home can highlight our own new and untested difference. For the returned veteran, the seeing of their old self in the cornered eyes of relatives. For the new mother holding a child in her arms, her homecoming can be a sense of seeing the home through new eyes. Or the traveler home from a true adventure. Coming home can seem ordinary, a return to an unwanted reality of jobs and bills, and to a pilgrim child. Coming home can be a time of safety after a chaotic time of self-discovery and hardship. Whatever brings us home, it never brings us back the same as who we were when we left its borders. For home is another country, a time, a place. And when we drew upon its comfort while on the road, it too was quietly changing. Oh, this blessing is for your homecoming, for it to be one which is open to who you have become, joyous in the discovery of changes you have made willingly, understanding of the hurts that may have happened along the road and the paths your journey took you down. May you bring to your home the light of your soul and let your presence illuminate the home, making it new and warm once again for those who have waited for your return. Let everything be familiar and soothing, yet no longer memory's gift or nostalgia's promise. May home be full of smiles and embraces and warmth, but most of all, a sense of your place being finally filled. Because the truth is that your home was no longer truly home without you, and only your return has filled the void. Let home's sanctuary bless you with the safest place on earth, and let home be filled with the laughter of love and kin and friend. It's very beautiful. Still more. It's quite long, but made me a little misty. Until you can imagine who you have become while you were away, with who you are now that you have returned. May your homecoming be blessed with the open arms of those who have missed you, and let the rediscovery of you outshine who you once were. A blessing, dear friend, wanderer, on your homecoming. May it bring gladness to your soul. Blessed be. Blessed be. Blessed be. There you go. Happy 2023.